I'm not talking about a few kids who are tardy because their stickball game ran past the late bell. I'm not talking about kids who occasionally play hooky to catch the latest fright film. I'm talking about 30% of the students in this school. Chronic, hardcore truants who are down on the street doing God knows what, but they belong here. And they're your kids. Almost 400 of them. 400 kids whose parents, you, are not making sure they get an education. 400 kids who are required to be here by law. 400 kids whose future is being marked absent.
400 kids? Who's he talking to?
Fertility drugs.
How the hell do I get the kids in? I can't even get their parents in.
Call me crazy. I say it's hereditary. Truant parents, truant children.
Great theory, Jack. How does that apply to jaded administrators?
Jaded? Try realistic. These people pass their indifference to the next generation.
I hate that thought.
So what do? Give up on them?
We're not giving up on anyone. Jack and I have had years of frustration dealing with this. But if I have to set off bombs under their houses, I'm going to get those parents motivated. That 30% is mine.
Hey, Rod.
I ain't got time.
Whoa, wait a second. I want to talk to you. What are you doing these days? I really miss you in math. You were making some real progress.
I gotta go to work.
Well, come on, Roz, wait a second. Hey, wait a second. Come on, will you give me a break? I gotta talk to someone. Come on. Leave something on the bus? Yeah, Roz Hemphill. I think I lost her, Gus. First one, huh? Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Levin. Well, hey, you finally coming to homeroom today, Belle?
No, I'm still out sick. Yeah, very, very ill. Might even be terminal.
Listen, I just gotta see my friends.
Everybody learns on the day dog break. Let's get out.
Want a bite?
No, thanks. You know what sugar does to me in the morning?
Yeah, I love what sugar does to you in the morning.
What's happening with the custody fight?
Not too much. My ex is holding all the cards, and my lawyer's bleeding me like a Dark Ages healer.
Why don't you let me help?
I don't want your money.
Not money. Maybe I could find you a better lawyer. Jeffrey.
No way.
If I ask him, he'll do it for almost nothing. And he's a terrific lawyer.
If you ask him, he'll do it for almost nothing because he's a terrific ex-boyfriend.
Are we talking about losing your pride or losing your kids?
Okay. You can go ahead and set up a meeting, but remind Jeffrey I can't stand him.
I think that's a given.
You drove me to that.
Excuse me.
Oh, you must be Miss Newhouse. Hi.
Do we know each other?
Margot Blywise, your new student teacher. You know the Pierce program, buddy system. I dog your steps and you teach me teaching. Oh, I know I'm a little older than most newcomers, but I got a late start. Lousy husband. Lousy marriage. I don't want to bore you, but my life is a disaster. So I'm starting over.
She almost put my eye out.
Shut up! Teaching is going to be my life.
This really isn't necessary. This isn't what it looks like, Mr. Feldspine. You see, I'm bringing Mr. Wilshinsky in.
Shut up. I went across with a bodega for cigarettes. I found him looking at smut books.
You know, it's interesting that the attendance officer's at the bodega on company time. But I'm sure you punched out, Mr. Wilshinsky.
Smut books, Snyder?
Apparently, Mr. Wilshinsky is ashamed of his own body. Those books are not smut, they are art. And a lot better for you than cigarettes.
I hate you.
Oshinsky.
Don't take it personally. I hate them all.
Father had high blood pressure, couldn't keep a job, drank too. Mother had to put her purse in a different place every night. The old man sent her to the hospital a few times, bruises, broken bones. There was no surprise when he blew her away.
God almighty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you guys aren't used to this.
We see every bit as much pain here as you do in social services, O'Connor. But exactly how do you get used to it? Crazy kids.
Anyway, that's how we found out the kid was living with an aunt in Alphabet City.
And every day he comes all the way here to school?
No. Just on the days he has to get the form signed for the welfare.
What if I don't sign the forms?
Ooh, red flag goes up in the system. We have to send extra workers out into the field to look after these kids. Payments stop.
Payment stops?
Eat up, I'm gonna need that table. Excuse me.
Now we've got this starting.
Hey, Speedy.
We're in the gate, the horses are ready, and they're off. It's a mile and a quarter for this field. First off is Mel Smith, followed right behind by Dan John.
They wanted rice with that order.
No problem, little man, and Mel's son, right on the scene. Skyman, Hero, and Ring Lee right in the back. And into the first turn.
Don't order the rice. Can I help you?
What's good?
How did you find me?
I didn't come here to find you. I just got tired of cafeteria food. You know, I heard this place was great.
You lie.
All right. Well, one of the kids told me. But you did say the food was great.
Okay, what do you want?
You need an education. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere.
I spent the last 2 years in the 9th grade and I wasn't going anywhere there either.
We're doing better, and you know it.
I need to make money. My mama needs help and I can't be playing at school with you no more. Now order your lunch or get out of that chair, because you could be standing in the way of a good tip.
How do you know I won't leave a good tip?
Because you're a teacher and you don't make squat.
All right, guys, don't get crazy. Today we're going to discuss the human form. Now, you just look at these paintings, and you can see the great care and detail in even the slightest bit of musculature, the highlights and the shadings. They all enhance the proportions and almost super reality of the body. Not all paintings are realistic. The painter...
It's hopeless. Futile, beyond my ken. I'm gonna slash my wrists.
What, Snyder? They're paintings.
I've been striving to capture that kind of perfection on canvas. You know, the graceful curves of the female form. But from photographs without a real model. And who would pose for a 15-year-old, albeit sensitive artist?
Can't you do it from memory?
Would that I had a memory.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You're sorry. Okay, I'll say it. I dared to think it, I must ask. Delucci, would you... Well, could you... Do you think you could pose for me?
Me? You want to paint me naked?
You have a maturity, a worldliness. I thought you'd understand.
Oh, I do, Snyder. I do. I'd be glad to pose for you. But when I'm standing there, totally unclothed, exposing every single private part of my body to you, I want you to remember, it's for art.
I will. I swear I will. Friday at 4 o'clock, right here after class.
You're on. We want to ask ourselves what makes each of these artists special. Mr. Snyder, would you please stand and point out some distinctive Michelangelo touches on the David?
Do you think I could do it sitting here? I've got this muscle cramp in my leg that's just...
Oh my God.
They should have been at school, damn it. This never would have happened.
Joe, take it easy.
Take it easy? I've got 3 kids up in ICU at Mercy Memorial.
Miracles don't happen more often.
Well, I'm through depending on miracles. They want something more tangible.
Like what?
Like educational neglect proceedings. Any parent letting his kid wander loose, unsupervised, endangered, is going to be held responsible. We're going to force them to bring those kids in. Roberta, give me the DA's number.
You're gonna have to press hundreds of charges. The city hasn't got that many prosecutors.
Good, then let him use our budget cuts to hire some.
Look, you know how I feel about this, Joe, but this is pretty radical. Families could be broken up. The state could take these kids away.
Better than an ambulance.
I'll have that number for you in a second. Welfare forms. These are the list of the students who've attended less than half the last 90 days.
Where do they go next?
We send them up to social services so they can send out welfare checks.
Not this time.
When you overreact, they pick up on it, Mario. Students can smell fear at 50 paces.
Shows you how you can be misunderstood. My husband was like that. He thought I was clutching. Can you imagine? See you tomorrow.
Help me.
Oh, lunch with Roz was a bust, huh?
Yeah, she's convinced she doesn't belong in school.
I wonder if she could talk to Margot.
Handouts. Be distributed at homeroom tomorrow.
What's going on?
Read it.
Prosecute parents who don't make sure their kids are in school. Stop welfare payments on excessive truants. Oh, it's attendance wars.
Mr. Danzig feels this is the best way to get back some of the students.
I can think of a few I don't want back.
Well, I want them all back, but not this way.
I don't know. I think it's a good idea. At least any parent who reads this will think twice.
Any parent who can read.
Hey, Wilshinsky, how'd you get to be attendance officer?
Attitude.
How bad is it?
From a legal standpoint, Harry, best advice I could give you is remarry the woman and hope for a tragic accident.
That's not the kind of advice Harry wants.
Think about it. You reconcile, it doesn't work out, I'll get you a much better settlement the next time. And in the meanwhile, I could take care of Sarah for you.
Sarah doesn't need anyone to take care of her, thank you.
I knew I shouldn't have done this. Skip the coffee, Sarah. I'll see you tomorrow.
Harry, we're just trying to help.
All right. Look, don't get petulant, okay? Because she loves that. Look, first thing I can do is I can get the hearing called off. Or at least postpone until the next century. That'll give us a little time to come up with a game plan. So, how dirty are you willing to play?
I just want to get my kids.
All right, that means we take the offensive. How are your sexual relations?
What does that have to do with getting my kids?
Everything. Was she frigid? Did she lock you out of the bedroom? Too demanding?
No, sex was great. It was good. Just okay.
Did she ever cheat on you?
Once.
Ah.
You enjoying this?
I hate this, Harry. Give me some details.
I don't have any details.
It's all right. Detective will get them.
What detective?
Is that really necessary?
You know, if she abandoned the kids while she was having an affair, you might have something.
She did not abandon the kids. I asked her to leave. I won't lie about that.
That's good, Harry. It's good. You can tell your kids how honest Daddy was while you're waving goodbye.
You want me peeping through windows, lying, and I'm contesting her moral fiber?
You don't have a choice, Mr. Barnes.
Yeah, I have a choice. I'm not gonna do it.
Harry.
That's my choice. Thanks for everything.
I know it's going to sound self-serving.
Just say it, Jeffrey.
No killer instinct. He still has feelings for her.
I think it's getting pretty late, don't you?
Well, don't you have something to say?
What, are you trying to make me crazy, Daddy? All right, you're a fascist.
You know, they ought to do something about that word. Anyone who wasn't in World War II shouldn't be allowed to use it,
I read the Time Life books.
which I'm still paying for.
Look, you asked me and I told you.
Okay, now that we're done with that, how about some dessert?
You think I like doing this? Threatening lawsuits, stopping welfare checks?
I am so tired of people who rise to the occasion when duty calls. If you don't like it, don't do it.
Cutting welfare checks is the only leverage I have. Whatever leverage I have, I am going to use.
Grab them by their welfare checks and their hearts and minds will follow.
I got strawberries and a little ice cream cake roll left over.
What would you do, huh? Let these children drift into oblivion? I'm trying to break a cycle here.
The only thing you're breaking are the backs of some very poor people.
You know what? You're entitled to your opinion. I hate your opinion, but you're entitled to it.
Mom, I can't believe you haven't nailed Daddy on this yet. Why you stay so silent?
I have you now.
You want to know what I really think?
Love to.
I think you're gonna get your butt kicked.
Why can't you sign the form? Here he is. He's in school.
But that's just for today. We're going to be reviewing student attendance every 3 weeks.
I've got to bring him in every day for 3 weeks. Tomorrow, you better have donuts.
Búscalo ahí por los papeles. Yo no entiendo por qué me tienen aquí. Ya estoy perdiendo trabajo aquí esta mañana.
Monetize, right?
Sí, señora.
You gave me a phone call, wrote your letter, visited your house.
Sí.
Hey, got anything to send you flowers, huh?
Gloria doesn't do well in school. She says it makes her feel stupid.
Wait till she tries life. Look, this is not up for discussion. This is the law. Now, you either get her down here or you're going to face legal action.
Otra vez con este legal action. Yo estoy perdiendo dinero. Yo no la trajo aquí por la mañana. Ay, Dios mío.
Phones have been ringing all morning. How's it going out here?
A little rougher than Normandy. But I have to admit, it must be working. I'm seeing faces here I haven't seen in months.
Stick around.
Thanks, Mr. Lippin.
Hey, Roz. What are you doing here?
You know what I'm doing here. It's because of you.
Well, if you mean I convinced you to come back, this is great.
You didn't convince me to do nothing. My mama made me come back because she got a letter you put Mr. Danzig up to.
Oh, no, wait, Roz, I had nothing to do with that. But if it got you back, I'm not sorry it happened.
Well, if you think I'm gonna learn anything in your stupid old classes, you're wrong. You got my body, but you ain't got my mind.
Oh, Roz!
Where are you going?
I'm hungry.
Okay. Sit down, Jules. Now, with the truants back, it's gonna be rougher than usual. Don't lose your cool.
I'm doing better, aren't I?
Different. We're doing different.
Miss Newhouse, could I talk to you a minute about your hall duty?
Hall duty? Oh, yes, hall duty, yes. And we're better to talk about hall duty than in the hall. Oh, no need, kids. I was just leaving lunch with my ex. Career women must interest him.
I'm really sorry about last night.
Oh, Harry, it was my fault. Jeffrey was a bad idea.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have freaked out. I just can't handle lawyers. You still interested in helping?
Of course I am.
What are you doing tonight?
You make helping so easy.
No, I need you to babysit.
Babysit? Harry.
Well, Chris has agreed to sit down tonight and work things out. No lawyers, just the two of us alone.
Just the two of you alone? Are you sure that's smart?
Look, I know this is short notice, but I got cold feet about having the kids around just in case it didn't go so well. My sister's got a date.
Oh, look, no problem. I'll be glad to do it, Harry.
Great. Should I bring them over around 6?
Fine. What kind of food do they like?
Anything.
Great. Got brie and some liver pate. Just kidding.
Mr. Danzig,
Uh-huh.
I'd just like to thank you
For what exactly?
for trying to do the right thing, for being a good man. My boy is Alan Feeney.
Feeney.
Well, he hasn't been here this year. Got one of your letters?
That's why I didn't recognize the name. Thank you for bringing him back.
Well, I didn't bring him back. He wouldn't come.
How's your husband feel about all this?
My husband passed away.
I'm sorry.
I've had a lot of trouble with Alan.
I'm sorry. I know it's tough, but we have a lot of single parents at the school with the same problem. They're finding ways.
He's a big boy, Mr. Danzig. I'm not that strong.
I really am sorry, but you'll have to excuse me now.
I've got 2 other kids, and I'm on the welfare. I need that money.
All the parents do. I'm trying to give Alan an education so he won't.
I don't need to be reminded of that. And I don't need to be threatened.
Well, it doesn't go there, but it might go here, and it does. And there's that yellow part all finished. This should do it. Let's see here. Now, if this fits, it'll be a miracle. And it does. It fits! Can you believe that? Oh, you're bored, aren't you? Admit it. You're both just bored.
No, we're not. What's this supposed to be?
Well, it's a painting by an artist named Jackson Pollock. It's my favorite puzzle.
It's too hard. I think there's pieces missing.
Okay, let's forget about the puzzle and then we'll think about something else to do.
Okay. Can we call Daddy, Aunt Sarah?
Oh, I knew it. You're having a bad time, aren't you? You want to go home.
No, I don't. I just want to talk to my mom. She's at our house.
Well, it may not be a good time, Max.
Mommy and Daddy are talking about getting married. We're gonna live together again.
Is that what your daddy told you?
He doesn't have to tell us. We know. But you can still be our Aunt Sarah.
Thanks. Hi. There are two sweethearts around here. Place looks the same. At least Jeannie's a good housekeeper.
Yeah.
Max? Nicole, come out here. I brought you something.
Listen, don't get nuts, but they're spending the night at a friend's.
Max? Nicole? I don't believe this.
Hey, I made some linguine. Are you hungry?
I don't want any linguine, Harry. I want to see Max and Nicole. Why aren't they here?
Well, I wasn't quite sure that we could work this out amicably.
Good call. Amicably begins when you let me see my kids.
Hey, that's what we're here to talk about, isn't it?
So you start by hiding them from me? What are you afraid of, Harry? That they'll love me?
What I'm afraid of is that we start fighting like this.
You think that I would fight in front of them? I would never put them through that again.
I can't predict what you would or you wouldn't do.
Harry, I'm not a stranger. I'm their mother. God, you know me better than that.
Know you? 8 years we're together. One day you walk into the bathroom and I'm talking to a woman who's in love with someone else. I don't know you. And I wasn't taking any chances.
Oh, God, Harry. How could two people who loved each other so much have all this hate?
I don't know.
You know, I really enjoyed having your kids over last night. I realized it's the first time I've had children in that apartment.
Not counting Jeffrey.
No, I mean it. It was terrific. Talked a lot about you and Chris.
Yeah, what about?
Oh, you know, about the two of you getting back together.
Damn, I knew that'd happen. Well, here comes the long bedside chat.
For them or me?
Cute.
Look, kids like to fantasize. I'm sure they'll understand. Listen, I got a great idea. Why don't the four of us take in a movie tonight? My treat. Or not.
I promised Chris she could see the kids tonight to make up for last night.
Harry, you don't owe me any explanations. Or maybe you do. Why do you have to be there, too?
Because she and Jeannie might kill each other. How about you and me at your place Sunday?
Okay. Make it around 7.
Read me a little bedtime story. Short one by Henry Miller.
Miss Newhouse is here.
The board wants you to stop it, Joe.
You're kidding. The district gets paid for every student. I've already brought back 250 kids. If I keep them here the rest of the year, that's another $1 million in the budget. I thought you boys would be happy.
Do I look happy?
No, but then you never are unless you're stepping on someone's neck, which you are right now.
Give me a break, Joe. We're taking heat from social services, from the community. Look, a certain number of these kids always get written off. You have to live with this.
I'd love to hear you say that on Nightline.
Oh. So you think that cutting welfare payments sounds better? Not exactly the actions of a saint.
So I'm not a saint. Fit to be dead to be a saint anyway.
I'm your friend, Joe. Compared to others on the board, they're saying that only a madman would use the system like this.
But it works.
But it escalates. Parents screaming, causing trouble. Now we got a woman starving herself.
What woman? Who?
Name's Feeney. Hasn't eaten for days. Now she's moved into a church, turned the whole thing into an official hunger strike. Believe me, Joe, there will be others like this.
Are you forcing me to stop?
No. Not yet. We just wanted you to hear us out.
So I heard.
Attendance forms, present and accounted for.
Don't take it out on me.
Did you say anything to him?
It's not my place, Gus.
Oh, interesting concept, about 200 years behind.
I know how you feel, but this thing is more complicated than that.
It's not complicated, it's just wrong.
Well, for something so wrong, it's sure working in your classes. Almost 100% attendance? You're not doing what I think you are.
I'm doing exactly what you think I'm doing. And I'm gonna keep on doing it every day.
I got a right to talk. We have free speech in this country.
Not in my class, you don't. And free speech does not include four-letter words.
You shouldn't even know what those words mean.
Littman, have you seen Mr. Felspar?
Oh, I think he left early for an appointment. You got a little problem with Roz?
Yes, we have a little problem. Miss Hemphill's existence. I want to end it.
What, disrupting the class?
Disrupting my life.
Listen, Roz and I, we have a special rapport. Why don't you let me try and handle it?
Fine. Talk to Mr. Littman.
I hate Mr. Littman.
Good rapport.
You can't continue this. What's it leading to?
Getting expelled.
It won't work. I mean, even if it does, you're just hurting yourself, Roz. You know it.
Yeah, but I'll take a few of you with me.
What if I begged you to stay? Would that help?
Don't bother. You'll be begging me to leave.
What the hell is this?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You know damn well what I mean. Your homeroom attendance. You have kids present who didn't show up for any other classes on those days.
Maybe they liked me better.
Cut the bull.
Those people can't afford electric bills they run up, keeping the lights on all night so the damn rats don't go in the baby's room. I'm not going to help you beat up on them.
So you fake attendance? Let parents who don't give a damn collect money on children they're destroying?
This is not the way.
You have another option?
No, I don't. Not right now.
Then as long as you're in my school, you'll do things my way or get the hell out.
There you go. There's an option.
Rough day today, huh?
Rough. I get to teach all day. I just refereed.
Oh, you should be happy we got a second chance with these kids.
Maybe we should celebrate.
We will, Sunday. What the hell is she doing here?
Came by to pick you up.
Well, who asked her?
Don't get your nose on a joint. It's not so terrible.
Right. Be healthy. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Boy, I caught you. I'm having a crisis, Sarah. My husband wants to get back together, but he wants me to leave teaching. Typical, isn't it? Just when you think you found your page in the book of life, someone wants to speed read. I mean, how can I give up teaching? It's not a job with me. It's a calling. What do you think?
Get out of teaching. Get out before you hurt somebody. Get out before I hurt you.
I had pegged you for sensitive. I was obviously wrong.
Naked? You want me to pose naked?
Uh-huh.
But why? I have to paint you to capture your essence.
Because the thought of seeing you naked gets me jazzed.
You're putting me on.
I'm getting colder.
No, I understand. I have that effect on women. It just surprises me every time.
Well, after I paint you, then you can paint me. Or maybe we'll paint each other.
I guess you could do one tiny little sketch.
Sure.
Okay, stand back. Give me some room. Paint me. I'm yours.
Ooh, that's the stuff art is made of. Now turn around. Give me a pose. Something bodybuilderish.
Check out these deltoids.
Perfect. Don't move a gluteus.
You got it. Hey, Delucci, isn't it time you started getting naked?
Hello, Miss Callahan.
Hi.
Oh,
Mr. Snyder, what are you doing?
Where am I?
One of those halls when they're empty, it's like watching a sleeping baby. Good night, Joe.
Good night, Jack.
Excuse me. Are you Mr. Danzig, the principal of this school?
Uh-huh. Can I help you?
That's for my mother. She's starving herself because of you.
I don't think a man should ever wash. It undermines everything I learned in those Charles Atlas heads when I was a kid.
Want to know a secret? Girls always preferred the skinny guy that got the sand kicked in his face.
Oh, don't tell me that.
We laughed at Charles Atlas.
Oh, my entire puberty crashed and burned.
Well, you turned out okay. Reasonably civilized, just macho enough to be charming. Kind of guy a girl could live with.
That an offer?
Yeah.
You're kidding, right?
No. Look, you make a terrific spaghetti sauce. Your kids are hard to resist. Why don't you move in?
Are you serious?
Couldn't be more.
It's a little sudden, isn't it?
Look, if you're not ready, just say so.
No, it's not that I'm not ready. It's just my life's a little complicated right now. I mean, how would it look for me to move my kids into the apartment of a woman I'm not even married to?
Well, I'd hate for you to look like a slut.
Come on. I mean, if Chris decided to make this thing ugly, she could use that. What would a judge think if he looked at it? He'd think I was exposing the kids to something that was unsavory. Can we put this on hold?
Sorry I brought it up. Hello? Yeah, he's right here. It's her. Maybe next time she can introduce herself.
Can I help? Everything okay? Did you take a temperature? Yeah, okay. Put her on, I'll talk to her. Hi. Yeah, did you get an earache? Oh, it hurts, huh? Well, let Mommy put some eardrops in, and I'll come right home, okay? Yeah, I love you, too. I know this is rotten timing, but I gotta go home. Nicole's got an earache.
Is it serious?
Probably not, but can't take any chances.
You didn't tell me Chris was at your house tonight?
Well, I thought you might get upset. Listen, after everything settles down at the house, I can come back.
Oh, that's okay. We can talk about this tomorrow.
You sure? Thanks.
If you could have seen the look on her daughter's face. This blackmail, damn it. She's making it look like I'm starving her personally.
Joe, isn't blackmail a little different? Like copies of doctored ledgers, photos of unnatural acts.
It's blackmail, Carol. It's just being performed in public.
Maybe she just thinks she's right, like you do.
Uh-huh. Here it comes.
Read her right.
Rye. The lecture. You're going to give it to me, right?
No lectures. Not mayonnaise?
Mustard. All right, then I'm going to ask you. I've got nearly 300 kids off the streets. They're back in class. Not happily, but they're back. I used their parents for target practice to accomplish it. Did I do the wrong thing?
I've learned not to get involved, Joe. This is your call. What I think really doesn't matter.
I think I have your answer.
Lettuce or tomato?
Tomato.
I think she's asleep now. I can't believe I didn't wake up Max.
I hate when they're hurting.
Yeah, I know. I wish it was me instead. They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
Mrs. Phoebe. I hope I'm not interrupting.
You're the reason I'm here.
I didn't expect to find you sitting out here. I thought you'd be lying down in the rectory.
I feel stronger in here. But I do find myself lying down more each day. I've never fasted, so I really didn't know what to expect myself.
Are you all right?
I feel strong enough to continue. Peaceful in here, isn't it?
Yeah. Not like the school. There's no peace in those halls. No peace for anyone who wants to accomplish anything.
What are you trying to accomplish, Mr. Danzig?
At this moment, I'd like you to stop this.
We have something in common.
Try to understand. If students aren't in school, I can't teach them that it's worth committing to something. Without school, they're just wandering.
Oh, you think I don't know that? Don't you think I see that in Alan?
I'm trying to help your son. I just saw the blood of someone's child being washed off the sidewalk. A child that should have been in school. Could have been Alan.
So now you think you found the answer?
Haven't I?
You found a stick. A stick to beat the problem with. My husband used to try to beat sense into Alan. In the beginning, Alan did just what he was told. But eventually, he just hated the stick. You haven't found the answer. You found an answer, but this one takes too much of a toll. Keep looking, Mr. Danzig.
Looks like it's another teacher's retreat this year in the Poconos.
Uh-huh.
And Mrs. Samuels is having a wonderful sabbatical in Paris.
I guess so.
Look, about last night.
What about last night? You slept with your ex-wife.
I knew it was wrong when it happened.
Let's not talk about it.
Morning.
Joe, great news. This is the best attendance day yet. We're only 10% out.
I'm afraid we're not going to beat that. I've decided to drop back and punt. It's over. Roberta, bring me the welfare forms. I'll sign them now.
Well, why give up, Joe? We're finally making progress.
We're not giving up. Just that sometimes the price of progress is too high. And sometimes I'm just wrong.
So now, in order to find out what x equals, we use the formula x.
Girl. Scooby. Girl. Hey, give that back.
Roz. We're studying algebra here. I suggest you join us.
Why? I hate algebra.
You're really blowing it. And why are you still around? You know you don't have to get expelled to leave school now? What happened to your job?
Gave it to somebody else, so I might as well be here.
Were you here to learn?
No.
Well, then if you're not here to learn, then get the hell out so everyone else can. X equals the unknown. And there's a formula to find the unknown in every equation. And once you find out what x equals, you can solve the problem.
Up next in TV Land, LA's heroic paramedics come to the rescue on Emergency from executive producer Jack Webb. You're correct. Stay tuned.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.